Hey guys, thanks for watching. I just wanted to talk for a few minutes about a few of the things that you can expect to improve, or I guess you might say some positives if you decided to get sober and quit drinking. There's a lot of upsides to it, not many downsides that I could think of looking back on it. So just wanted to touch on one, and had a few written down, and I thought it was kind of funny. The first one that I wrote down that's a positive is you save money. Yeah, if you quit drinking, you're going to save a lot of money. I mean, gosh, I can't think of, I mean, all the money that I was spending on beer and booze back when I was drinking. Then when I quit drinking, I didn't have to spend that money anymore. You're going to save some money. I kind of jokingly used to talk with my friends about how much money that wine drinkers spend on wine. I can't imagine, if you're a wine drinker, how much money you'll save if you give up alcohol. So that was one. And another positive is that your skin will clear up. Heavy drinkers tend to have kind of a reddish hue, like your skin looks kind of blotchy, almost like rosacea-like. If you're a heavy drinker, they used to kind of make jokes about if you're an alcoholic, like you have a red nose like Santa Claus. Well, if you give up drinking, your skin's going to clear up. And on top of that, you'll lose weight. That's a lot of extra calories if you're a drinker that you're not going to be taking in anymore. So I could almost guarantee that if you give up drinking and you get sober, you'll probably lose a few pounds, unless you just absolutely like swap alcohol for McDonald's or just drinking soda all the time. But I mean, that's probably like hundreds of calories a day that you'll be knocking off right there. Another positive is that you will lower your blood pressure. Your heart condition is going to improve. I mean, my blood pressure when I was drinking was through the roof. And so just quit drinking and lowering your blood pressure, improving organ function, all that stuff's going to improve. And that's always a positive, especially if you're middle-aged or older. Another big one that's it's a nice positive is that it's going to boost your testosterone. When you're drinking, it keeps your testosterone count down. And even though you might be working out a lot, and that will help boost your testosterone, but when you give up alcohol, your natural testosterone, especially for males, it's going to come bounding back. I remember I used to work out I work out still to this day, but even when I was a drinker, I was working out. And when I gave up alcohol, it was like in a matter of like a month or so, I started noticing gains that I just wasn't getting when I was boozing all the time. So if you're working out and you're a gym goer, you can expect to show some noticeable gains giving up alcohol. And on top of that, if you're like a lot of men, you go to the gym to improve your body, it's probably because you're wanting to get some attention from a potential mate, you might say, of the opposite sex. You give up alcohol, it's going to boost your sex drive, your libido. And so your mood will also improve. You'll be less moody. I remember when, especially like when I was under the influence, you get pretty moody, and like if you had been without alcohol for a few hours and you're kind of jonesing, or you might say, you get really moody. And when you give up alcohol, that will go away for the most part. I mean, you might be just a jerk, and when in that case, your probably mood is not going to change a whole lot. But mood fluctuations are very common for alcoholics and heavy drinkers. You'll be a nice guy all of a sudden, and then just because of a certain inconvenience, your emotional state will just flip. You know, it's almost like you're bipolar. So you tend to be a little bit more low-key all the time when you give up alcohol. And another one is that your mental state will clear up. I remember that just forming a lot of sentences a lot of the times when I was drinking heavily years ago, you'd struggle to put some, like there'd be a word that you were thinking of and you couldn't think of it, and your speech would stall, and that will go away when you give up alcohol. You'll be able to think more clearly and concentrate on work tasks much better, and you'll have more energy. I think that kind of probably goes hand in hand with kind of boosting your testosterone. But I mean, if you're drinking all the time, you hardly have any energy for anything, and your energy will come bounding back when you give up alcohol. I can't tell you how much better you'll feel throughout the day, just hands down. Food. This is another one that I had written down, because I remember I was amazed how much better food tasted. Just simple foods like carrots or sweet potatoes. I mean, now that I've pretty much given up all sugar in my diet, and I'll get into some of that in a later video about some of my dieting improvements, but just simple foods like, even milk and just almost anything just tastes a lot better. If you're a steak lover, just wait till you try a steak again. When you've given up alcohol, it's going to taste 10 times better. And the last one I wanted to mention is that you'll sleep better. And that will, if you're going to sleep better, almost every facet of your life will improve. You know, without adequate amount of sleep, I can't imagine the quality of life being, your health in general will suffer if you're not getting the right amount of sleep and good sleep, which if you're a drinker and you're basically passing out every night, that's not real sleep. Okay, so you take that out of the equation, take alcohol out of the equation, and you're getting a solid like 6 to 8 hours of real sleep every night. You'll have more energy, you'll be in a better mood, quality of life will improve, I guarantee it. And so let's just say though that we're going to entertain the other side of the coin, and let's just say, well, what would be the positives to keep drinking? Partying, I guess. I mean, I can say that I don't go to much of any rock concerts anymore, because any concert I ever went to, I was probably half wasted, if not like almost passed out drunk by the time I got done with the concert. I mean, alcohol lowers your inhibition, so if you're in a party atmosphere, you're gonna probably enjoy yourself a lot more. And so when you give up alcohol and get sober, you basically take those situations out of your daily life and out of the equation. So that would be something that I guess a lot of people will miss if you're going to give up alcohol. You might say that, or somebody might say, well, that just takes all the fun out of life. Well, you got a whole nother set of problems if you think that life can't be fun with alcohol in it. That's just the straight truth. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and think about your overall quality of life and a lot of the decisions you need to make personally and socially. If you think you can't have any fun in life if you're not drinking, you got a problem. I mean, more than a problem with drinking. You've got other problems. So that's like the only thing I could think of that, like, if you were gonna, what would you be missing if you kept drinking? It's like, yeah, okay, party atmosphere, you know, that you'd be missing out of, I guess. I guess, okay, I'll say this. When I was a drinker, I really liked beer. I mean, good beer. So, and it's tastes. Not everybody out there is on the same page as me. Maybe if you're a wine drinker, I never got into wine. I never thought it tasted. It just kind of like sour grape juice. Like, and I've supposedly had some really good wine. I was just thinking, like, yeah, I guess this is good. I don't get it, but good beer. Okay, now you're talking. Good. It tasted really good. I remember I used to drink this one called Samuel Smith's Nut Brown Ale. It was delicious. But anyway, I don't miss it. I just remember that it tasted really good. I'm not about to try to sneak it behind my wife's back or anything like that. I haven't been tempted to drink. I don't even know. Maybe the first few days when I was getting sober, I was missing it, but I don't miss it anymore, not a bit. You just learn to live life without it. So anyway, just some food for thought. If you're thinking of giving up drinking, I hope you do, and because your life will improve. I can almost guarantee it. So I appreciate your time, and thanks for watching.